Ding.
Yeah, exactly. Ding-a-ling, ring-a-ling. Anybody home? So this is the, I guess, the final, whatever, smoke before City Hall. And would you mind explaining what you're up to and why?
Maybe a little bit. I've explained it so much. I can't live in a world that forces people to pay to sleep. So I'm going to jail.
So the issue, real issue, is that you don't use money.
The real issue is everyone's crazy and they're giving authority to crazy people.
Because they can't find anybody sane they can believe in.
Well, that's no excuse. It's not about heaven. It's about rather being dead than living in hell. It's like heaven's not going to come from wishing for it. At the same time, it's all faded.
But isn't where you're going, like here you are here, and there you're going to be locked in jail, like isn't that a better place here than there? Even though it's hell, even though it is hell here.
No, it's more like conjecture because it's not possible for me because I know that the discontent would be too much. Like essentially, that this is more fun and efficient towards the whatever conscientious happiness of myself and everyone to starve in jail than it is to pretend that it's okay to lie.
You mentioned in court about being a martyr.
Well, we tried we challenged the thing. We got convicted in provincial court. We appealed it to the Supreme Court. We lost that, and we appealed that to the appeals court, and they said we didn't have enough evidence to demonstrate the need for people to have places to sleep during the day. Not paying attention to the actuality of the onus is on the city to justify its whatever Section 1 claim. It's Section 7. It's not on my whatever shoulders to explain myself. I'm not the one who did something wrong.
But when you're before the courts, though, isn't that exactly what you're having to do? Is explain yourself before the courts, and then they pass judgment on that.
Yeah.
But you pled guilty to that charge. That.
Yeah.
But what were you guilty of?
Breaching a court order for setting up a tent.
So really, what are you being then convicted for?
Setting up a tent during the day.
But you are guilty of that.
Yes.
And you're willing to put your life on the line to stand in that guilt, maintaining your right.
I wouldn't be able to be sane otherwise.
But how then can you settle guilt with the persecution of innocence?
Guilt just means to have done. To be guilty, I didn't say I was guilty of a crime.
But the crime was a contempt of court, a breach of a court order.
It wasn't a crime.
No, it wasn't a crime. I agree it wasn't a crime, but that's what you've been sentenced for.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I said I'm guilty. I didn't say I was guilty of a crime.
Well, what are you guilty of?
I'm guilty of breaching a court order, setting up a tent.
Right. And that's where it stops. You're not guilty.
Well, and we tried the appeals court. We played nice. And now, in my inability to forward the thing to the Supreme Court of Canada, last recourse is genuine martyrdom. Starving to death in jail.
And are the public going to stand by and watch that?
I don't know.
How long can you last in jail?
Well, I already got 2 weeks in, unofficially, with coffee and milk and a cheat halfway through. And I'm feeling it. All in all, 40 days, 45 days more before complete bedridden.
And you've been sentenced to 90 days at this point.
Yeah, a 90-day intermittent sentence, which I am about to breach by going and sitting down under the tree at Centennial Square.
Then you'll automatically be given that 90-day sentence.
Yeah.
And so...
And they'll say I did it to myself.
That you wanted to be a martyr.
Yeah, they'll say I chose. I didn't have to choose. Patience be with us.
What is this choice thing that you said to the judge that...
It's the grand intimidation that marks the fundamental of true royalty. The one basic fundamental truth that all virtue is based off of, and the knowledge of existence at all. There is a thing, and it is an objective thing. And it is called the universe, and there's only one of it. And it goes back for infinity. And because there is a thing, anything that says it's not that thing is lying. Naively, of course.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll see you at City Hall.